Welcome back, or first time, to One Holiday at a Time. It's a podcast where we study the cinematic and the cultural side to the celebration day, the days of where we celebrate.
Yep.
Happy
holidays, guys.
Happy holidays. I'm Alex.
I'm Manila.
And welcome
Welcome.
to our holiday podcast. You thought it was done. You thought we were done with it. You thought we were over, but Netflix decided to drop a whole new season of Trolls. The beat goes on.
Heck yeah.
The beat, and does the beat ever go on?
Yes.
It goes so
all
far
the time.
On. And first episode of season 2 is a holiday episode.
Woo!
Surprisingly. So I guess this is just becoming a Trolls podcast at this point.
Is that a bad thing?
I guess not. I mean, it's fine. It's not awful. It's not completely terrible that I hate watching it.
Yeah.
Like, it's entertaining it's a little bit. But let's get into it. So this episode is called Prank Day. It's the first episode of season 2. Poppy wakes up singing, and there's like birds brushing her hair, and she's very excited because it's Prank Day.
Woo!
You see a bunch of people getting pranked, and Poppy loves it. What's your favorite prank? You like a good squirtin' flour, or maybe a joy buzzer?
I don't know.
I feel like the joy buzzer, probably, because it doesn't hurt. Obviously, it probably just vibrates a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But it probably does it to you too, right?
Yeah.
So it's not really.
But you see it coming.
That's true. You're right. Do you ever have fun prank things?
I used to have that gum that you would pull on it. It snaps your finger.
Classic. I had a chalk pen.
Oh, yes.
It was a good one. Or I think I had a fake vomit at one point. That's not really a prank, really. It's just kind of
Look, I threw up on the ground.
It was oh, it's clearly plastic. You can clearly tell it's plastic.
Party pooper.
Yeah. I think I had a phone. Back when cell phones weren't very good, I had a fake Nokia phone that would squirt at you.
I had one of those too.
Yeah. So you go to press a number and it just squirts in your face.
Yeah.
Those are good.
That's a hit.
Classic pranks. So yeah. There's some good prank. I don't know what's your favorite classic prank though.
I don't know.
A prank call.
Good old pie to the face.
Pie to the face. Classic. Well, yeah. There's all kinds of pranks happening. Poppy gets a bucket of frosting dropped on her head by Branch.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's surprised that Branch likes Prank Day because he doesn't like anything.
Because he's a party pooper.
If you don't know who these characters are, by the way, you could look them up. I'm sure you could get a general description of all of them just by looking up Trolls characters, because I don't want to keep explaining them every single episode. Or just listen to our old episodes where we explain them. Anyway, yeah. Everyone's surprised, and I brought this up when we were watching it, but I wanted to save it for the podcast. Is this the first time they've ever done Prank Day? If Branch is so into it, why are they surprised now?
I mean,
I'm sure he's done it.
In the movie, he didn't participate in anything.
I guess you're right, but he seems like he's always been into prank. Maybe was he just pranking himself?
Does he though? Because he's super into pranks, but that doesn't mean he participated.
You know what? You're right. Yeah. Because he was very antisocial in the movie, so he probably just he was into it, but he never wanted to participate. Mm-hmm. But you're right. You're right.
I
know. So yeah, Poppy's oh, you just got lucky, and then he drops another bucket of frosting on her head.
Got him.
It's a waste of frosting.
Eat that frosting.
I'm not a big fan of frosting.
Depends on the kind.
Yeah, I like a nice cream cheese frosting, but I know you don't like cream cheese frosting.
You're darn right. Drop that on my head. Gross.
What's your favorite frosting?
I like buttercream.
Buttercream?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's at some point frosting, there's too much. It just gets all stuck in your mouth. And
then get more cake.
Exactly. There we go. That's why I don't like big globs of frosting, and I don't like colored frosting because I feel like I can taste the food coloring in it.
Stains your teeth.
Yeah, it's ugh, no, thank you. Just give me a classic cream cheese any day. Am I right?
No.
Am I right?
You're wrong.
Am I right, folks?
No.
Dump that out of my head any day. It doesn't have to be Prank Day.
It's gross. Cream cheese frosting is not allowed in this house.
Cream cheese frosting is very good, and I like it a lot. Anyway, so Poppy like wants to get revenge on Branch because she wants to be the prank. What did they call it? Prank master. I guess you get some star if you're the prank master. I don't know. They didn't really explain the star. They just
had one.
They just kind of like pulled a star out and was like, I guess this is what the prank master gets. So they try to vandalize Branch's bunker by drawing like a nice mural on it, and he pretends to be mad at them, but then he ends up dropping a bunch of shit on them,
fertilizer,
like literal shit on them, a lot of it. And one of them was like, oh, it's smells bad. Like, yeah, it's literal feces that he dropped on you. What a prank.
Got him.
Truly a prank. And then he also reveals that he just had a tarp on his bunker, and so he just takes it off, and their mural did nothing. So Poppy's steamed.
How do you paint on that and not realize it's not a rock?
Exactly, yeah. Like it's going to move. But anyway, they start talking about how Poppy's taking it too seriously, just like Smidge did years ago. Smidge, if you don't know, is a small yellow one that has like the deep voice.
Yeah.
Just look it up. I don't know if we talked about Smidge. She's a character. But Smidge, we see a flashback of her just like freaking out because they dropped a bunch of glitter on her food like a few years ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so Branch is like, oh, well, yeah, don't do that, Poppy. And then Poppy's still mad. So Poppy's like, no, I won't be a Smidge this year, I promise. But Poppy, we see like a montage of her trying to prank Branch and stuff like that. She does the classic whipped cream on the hand to Branch, but it ends up being just a decoy.
Fake Branch.
Yeah, and Branch shoots her with a spitball.
Spitball.
Yeah, that's another classic prank, the shaving cream in the hand.
Yeah.
There's also the warm water.
Classic.
Ooh,
my cousins. I used to stay the night with my cousins at my great grandma's house, and like me and one of my cousins, while the other one was sleeping, we tried the warm water thing, and it didn't do anything. So we poured it on her, and she thought she peed herself.
Nice. Pranked them.
Got 'em.
Or another good prank. If someone falls asleep, you drop penis on them.
Oh, got 'em.
Pranked them. Got you.
Got you.
Do you ever like prank your friends?
No.
I feel like I never did that. I feel like that's like kind of shitty. Like especially like usually like at a sleepover when they fall asleep is like when people are like, ooh, you gotta prank them. That's what they get for falling asleep. It's like, let them sleep. They're tired.
No, pour water on them and make them think they wet themselves.
That's so mean.
She got in trouble.
Really?
We never said anything. We just let her get in trouble. And
nice. But I feel like when I was like hanging out with my friends, I never pranked them. Like I feel like that would be so like rude.
Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
No.
Don't want to turn out like
not seriously.
Oh, not seriously. I'm so sorry. What else happens? Where were we? We were at the shaving cream part. That's right. But now Poppy goes to like a store that doesn't sell water balloons, just like gives people water balloons. Also, well, that's the question I want to know is how does the economy in the Trolls universe work? Do they have money? Do they have jobs?
I feel like no. I
How
feel
do they
like
get
they
their
have
food?
hobbies. They could scavenge for food.
Yeah. And so these guys, their hobby is just to have a store. I don't know what it's sold, but like they opened up like doors with water balloons in them.
That's their secret hobby.
So they just like chill and like give people things.
Yeah.
And then they have water balloons, and Poppy just keeps telling them to get a bigger one and a bigger one and a bigger one. She got a huge one that she's gonna drop on Branch. So she gets it ready to drop on him, but he ends up being right above her with an even bigger one.
Got him.
Yeah. So Poppy runs away because she doesn't want to get hit by that balloon. But it ends up throwing like a rock at Branch, and it drops the thing that Branch is riding on, this like big animal, drops the balloon right onto Smidge, who's eating a hot dog.
She earned that hot dog.
Yeah, she was so excited to eat the hot dog, and the balloon falls all over her, and Branch is scared, and Smidge gets real mad. and then tries, pranking everybody. She's going crazy. She's a prank monster. That's what they call her.
Yeah.
Then everyone gets pranked, and then it ends up Branch and Poppy are running away, and Branch just leaves Poppy behind, and he tries to go in his bunker, but his bunker door is covered in glue.
Oh no!
He's stuck, and now Smidge is coming to give him a prank surprise, but it ends up just being Poppy in a box.
Got him. Called it.
It was a prank. Yeah, you called it. It was a prank
And
the
you
whole
didn't
time.
think it was.
I was like, maybe not, but no, yeah, it was. It was Poppy pranked him the whole time. Poppy planned the whole day. There's no such thing as like Smidge being mad.
It's all a prank.
Which is like, I feel like this is like a classic trope that a lot of TV shows do, where it like ends up like they were planning it the whole time and it wasn't like real. But then like, why are there these? Well, okay, I guess she did have to get a big balloon, so that one makes sense. But then there's like these other scenes. No, never mind. Forget about it. There's not. I was thinking they were like, because you see in like shows every time where they do stuff like this, where someone's like planning something all along, and it was revealed at the end of the episode. They always show scenes of these people like doing stuff that makes it seem like they weren't planning it all along. You know what I mean? But they're not with the other person, so it doesn't make sense for them to be doing that. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense at all.
You kind of said it weird, but I guess I get what you mean.
Because, like, with all the other people getting pranked and stuff, like, they don't really need to be getting pranked because Branch isn't seeing that happen. You know what I mean? So, like, why? Like when Smidge was like going crazy.
He runs by
like,
them.
yeah, that's why I stopped saying
Okay.
it, because he was like running by them, seeing it happen.
Yeah.
But with like other shows that do that, like they'll do that thing, and it's like they don't really have to. I can't think of an example right now, which is very disappointing because I know there's probably an example of it somewhere, but can't think of it. Anyway, let's move on. So yeah, like, Poppy's the prank master, and that's the end of the episode.
Woo! Good job, Poppy.
So let's do some gift giving talk about what we liked about it and do a gift giving.
Like the song.
The song at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was nice. This episode was nice. Like, this whole show is like, it's a kid's show, so it's not inherently a bad thing, and it's not like a bad show. I wouldn't say it's a.
It's a kids show, but it's not like a kids show for adults like a lot of them.
Yeah, it's like a kid.
Like it's a strictly kids show.
But it's also not terrible.
Yeah.
Like it's at a little bit entertaining. I kept my attention. Mm-hmm. I wasn't bored. I didn't think it was like terrible. I don't really like the show's like art style. I don't like how they like cheaped out and didn't use the art style from the movie, which is very disappointing.
The movie was so good.
They just decided to go with like the most boring art style, but this is like the most. I feel like it's a very mediocre show. Mm-hmm. Like it's not terrible, but it's also not very good.
Yeah.
And this episode was like fine.
Yeah.
So very, very middle of the road. Anyway, you want to come over here into my not celebration tank?
Come open this door.
Oh, come open the door?
Yeah.
Where's oh no,
there's a bucket of water. No, it's
it's
frosting.
Oh.
Frosting, a bucket of not cream cheese frosting.
Oh, you pranked me. Guess I gotta go wash off in the celebration tank. So yeah, it's still March, right? It's March. Yeah, it's March. What am I doing? I don't know what it is.
What did you think it was?
I don't know. It's March, which means it's Irish American Month, Music in Our Schools Month, National Brain Injury Awareness Month, National Caffeine Awareness Month, National Frozen Food Month, National Kidney Month, National Peanut Month, National Women's History Month, Red Cross Month, and Social Workers Month. And it's still Lent and the 19-day fast.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's also Tuesday the 13th, which means it's Earmuff Day.
Happy Earmuff Day.
Yeah. So earmuffs. Earmuff Day is on this day because of what's his name? you know, his name. Why didn't I write down his last name? What am I doing?
It's fine.
Oh boy, his name was Chester. He was 15 years old and he was ice skating, and he had big ears, and they were so cold. His big ears were so cold, so he wanted to invent like a thing to keep his ears warm in the winter days. He was 15 years old, and he invented the earmuffs. And Chester Greenwood was his name, and so he patented it on March 13th, 1877, and now earmuffs
Nice.
exist. So celebrate those, even though like it's kind of like not even winter anymore, which is a weird day to have earmuff day on. But
I just thought somebody invented them. Well, it's still like
that's true.
winter.
Yeah, it is like the day it got patented. I mean, technically, it's not winter. Technically, it's
Okay, well, like all the East Coast is having a huge storm.
Yeah, so it is like it's still cold. But yeah. Anyway, earmuff day.
Woo.
What's next?
National Coconut Torte Day.
Happy National Coconut Torte Day.
The word torte is German, and it means cake. Torte refers to both a multi-layered cake filled with buttercream, jam, or cream, and a dense single-layered cake. A torte may be made with little to no flour, but instead with ground nuts or breadcrumbs, as well as sugar, eggs, and flavorings.
Nice.
Go you one.
Tort, more like the legal, like a legal thing. What is that again?
What?
Tort. What is the definition of a tort? It's like it's not illegal, but it's like
It's a cake without flour.
no, it's like a wrongful act or infringement of a right leading to civil legal liability. I don't know. I took a lot of legal classes,
I did too.
so didn't know what I was talking about apparently.
That's because I was thinking about cake.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's also Jewel Day.
Happy Jewel Day.
It's a day to just give people some jewelry. Nope.
Oh.
No jewelry for you.
Oh.
That's expensive.
So,
I ain't got the money for that.
buy me nice things.
Why don't you guys donate to us, and maybe I'll have enough money to get someone a nice present for jewelry.
Someone?
Yeah, a little special someone. My bub.
Thank you.
It's you.
It's me.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, if I don't get any for her, I mean that's on you guys. You guys drop the ball.
I'm gonna yell at you though.
Oh, of course you are. What else is it today?
National Open an Umbrella Indoors Day.
Happy National Open an Umbrella Indoors Day.
It was created by Thomas Edward Knibb of Frederick, MD. I don't know why, but open your umbrella inside.
Yeah, just do it.
Forget that bad luck.
Mm-hmm. Our bird is loud.
It's okay, buddy.
Why are you being so loud? It's okay. He doesn't want us to open the umbrella indoors.
I wouldn't
He's
either.
very superstitious. That's a weird thing. There's a lot of weird superstitions. Oh boy, this is some fun stuff, ain't it?
Just pause it then.
Oh, I'll go ahead and pause it. Hold on. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Open an umbrella indoors, I guess. It's also National Canine Veterans Day.
Happy National Canine Veterans Day.
Yeah. So it's celebrated on March 13th because it's the official birthday of the U.S. Army Canine Corps, which was formed in 1942. So after Pearl Harbor, the Pearl Harbor bombing in 1941, there's a lot of things that changed in terms of like our army and our what's the word that I'm thinking of? Like the United States military.
Yeah.
And that was when they started allowing women to join the military. Well, not like allowing, but like it was like a mainstream thing. I'm not exactly sure about that part. But they also decided to have dogs join the line of duty, as it were.
Duty.
Because they saw a lot of people in Europe having canines as like sentries and message carriers and stuff like that. So like that's smart. So they started the Dogs for Defense program.
That's fun.
Yeah, and that invited dogs to join the military technically. And so over the years, people have used dogs for many things, including canine units and stuff like that. So today is the day to celebrate those little doggy boys.
Good job, doggos.
Good job. And we move on to Wednesday the 14th. What's next?
National Children's Craft Day.
Happy National Children's Craft Day.
Do some crafts with some kiddos.
Okay. It's also Constitution Day in Andorra.
Happy Constitution Day, Andorra.
It commemorates their writing of their constitution on March 14th, 1993. They actually wrote their constitution because they were just like, There's just this little known country in where is it? Southwestern Europe, and they're just like chilling. They're like, whatever. We're here. We got a government, I guess, and we got some laws, I guess. And then people started like coming there for some reason. Like a lot of tourists and like a lot of tourism started happening. And they're like, dang, our government and our laws are like kind of bad, and I don't want these tourists to like know that we're bad. So let's just like write a constitution and fix it. And they're like, okay. And so that's why they wrote their constitution, because they like didn't want to look like a shitty country.
That's fun.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. What's next?
It's National Potato Chip Day.
Happy National Potato Chip Day.
Go eat some.
Crunch.
Nom, nom, nom.
Do you like potato chips?
No.
I don't really like potato chips that much. There's like a very select few that I like. I like baked chips. Have you ever baked chips?
The only kind of chips that I like are the like cheese, sour cream, I think ones.
Ooh, yeah.
The orange ones from Ruffles.
Mm-hmm. I like baked chips because they're like, it's got the flavor, but it doesn't have like the greasiness and grossness of chips. Like, theirs are very good. I like salt and vinegar chips a lot.
No.
I'm a big fan of those. And Pringles are good. But Pringles are weird. They're like, like manufacturedly formed into the chip.
Oh, I guess.
Like, but it's fine. I like them. Anyway, it's also Learn About Butterflies Day.
Happy Learn About Butterflies Day.
It's a day to just learn about butterflies. You want to know a fun fact about butterflies that I looked up?
Heck yeah.
They taste with their feet. So like when they look for, well, I don't know if that's the only way they taste. I'm sure it's not, but they use it mainly to find leaves to lay their eggs on, because they land on it and they taste it to see if it's something that caterpillars would eat. And if it is, then they're like, boom. Put them right here. That way, when my babies are born, they can have something to munch on.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah. So that's a fun fact about butterflies. Go learn more about butterflies today.
Okay.
What else? What else is today?
It's Pie Day.
Happy Pie Day.
The earliest celebration of Pie Day was organized by Larry Schott in 1988 at the San Francisco Exploratorium. And it still holds Pie Day celebrations. And then on March 12, 2009, the House of Representatives declared March 14th, 2009 as National Pie Day.
Get it? Because it's 3.14.
3.14.
3.14. 3.14. Yeah.
Nerd.
Yeah.
Why don't you go to the Exploratorium, you
Go to the
nerd?
Exploratorium. It's also a summer day in Albania.
Happy Summer Day, Albania.
Yeah, it's also known as Dita I Veres. It's intended to celebrate the end of winter. Celebrate, spring and...
so they can still wear earmuffs.
Yep. Celebrate spring and rejuvenation of, their crops and everything like that. It's tradition in Albania for many youngsters and unmarried people to wear a traditional bracelet called a varor, made of two thin braided strings, usually red and white. And at the end of the day, they hang it on a tree branch for good luck. And it's believed that birds use it to build their nests. They also have, marathons and fun gatherings in parks and stuff like that. Big circus. It's a fun day.
It's fun.
Mm-hmm. And they also makes certain foods on the day, including something called a balakume, which is a sugar and corn flour cookie, and it's usually like a fancy cookie for the day, and everybody makes it, and every family has their own recipe.
It's fun.
Yeah. And we'll move on to Thursday, the 15th. What do you got?
Dumbstruck Day.
Happy Dumbstruck Day.
Be dumbstruck.
What?
What does that mean?
What do mean? Oh, I don't know nothing. Oh. It's also 1848 Revolution Memorial Day in Hungary.
Happy 1848 Revolution Memorial Day, Hungary.
Yeah, it celebrates the 1848 Revolution, which led to their...
Hungary?
Yep.
Nice.
Which led to their war for independence against Habsburg. So there's that.
Nice.
So, yeah. Good job for that one, for getting your independence. What's next?
It is Everything You Think Is Wrong Day.
Happy Everything You Think Is Wrong Day.
See, I thought this one was going to be a Wildcat holiday, but but it wasn't.
Huh.
Also, it's not really an origin, but, nothing is going to go right on that day.
Oh, shit.
Everything's going to go wrong.
Of course it is. It's also Constitution Day in Belarus.
Happy Constitution Day, Belarus.
It's adopted in their constitution was adopted in 1994, which was 3 years after they declared their independence from the Soviet Union, and they wrote it.
I'm Belarusian, so I know how to cook steak.
Oh my god, have you guys been watching MasterChef Junior? That fucking girl, and she's like, "Oh, I'm Belarusian. Oh, we make
blah blah."
God, I hate when people on cooking shows are like, "Oh, I'm from Scotland, so we love food." Like, yeah, fucking everyone loves food. Like, it doesn't matter what like region you're from. Everyone's gonna love food. They think they're like, "Oh, I'm Italian, so like we love to cook." Like, yeah, everyone does because they need to survive.
But like, I'm Belarusian, so
oh, okay. So you
just
like
don't
are
get
good
it.
at making fucking what, like salmon? I don't know what she cooks. Anyway, yeah, but good job, Belarus, for writing your constitution. What's next?
It's National Pears Helena Day.
Happy National Pears Helena Day.
Pears Helena is a dessert made from pears poached in sugar syrup and served with vanilla ice cream, chocolate syrup, and caramelized violets. It was created around 1864 by August and named after operetta La Belle Helena by Jacques Offenbach.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Go eat some.
It's also the Ides of March.
The Ides?
Yep, the Ides of March.
Happy the Ides of March.
Yeah, I think this is why today is also Everything You Think Is Wrong Day, because the Ides of March is typically, a bad luck day.
Oh.
Because, there's several religious observances that used to happen on this day in, like, Roman times. And it's also seen as a deadline for settling debts. And then in 44 BC, it was the date of Julius Caesar's assassination.
Ooh.
So, like, if you've ever like seen or read the William Shakespeare play for Julius Caesar, there's like a prophet that tells him to beware the Ides of March because he's going to get murdered on that day.
That's bad day.
Yeah. So it's bad luck day. Anyway, what's next?
It's True Confessions Day.
Happy True Confessions Day.
Go tell all your secrets. Not yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
I'm Belarusian, so it's a secret of mine. Anyway, it's also National Brutus Day.
Happy National Brutus Day.
It's a wellcat holiday. It's like,
who cares?
I mean, we already have the Ides of March. You don't have to make one that's exactly the same thing, because Brutus, it's like was the person who assassinated Julius Caesar. Oh. So it's literally the same thing.
But they're trying
Wellcat
to charge money.
of it,
yeah, that's so stupid.
So fuck off, you guys. I hate you. Dumb old white people. Anyway, we'll move on to Friday the 16th. What do we got?
It is Lips Appreciation Day.
Happy Lips Appreciation Day.
Go love those lips.
This is also a wellcat holiday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yep.
Don't love those lips.
Boo. Boo. Yeah. Was there another one that was a wellcat holiday? I don't think so. Anyway.
I think I had one, yeah.
Okay. And it's also World Sleep Day.
Happy World Sleep Day.
It's an annual event intended to celebrate sleep and call to action important things related to sleep, including like medicine, sleep problems, and really trying to manage your sleep as well as you possibly can.
Nice.
Yeah. And what else we got?
We got National Artichoke Hearts Day.
Happy National Artichoke Hearts Day.
Go eat some.
No. I like artichoke hearts. We move on to Saturday, the 17th. It's St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I was gonna do I was starting to go into an accent, but I didn't want to because I'm not good at it, and I don't want to be offensive to the Irish.
So you just said it in a very weird way.
Yeah, see, look at that. That was terrible. What was
Yeah.
that? That was just an old person. Anyway, it's the day that St. Patrick died. He was the patron saint of Ireland, and it's just a day to celebrate Irish culture and everything like that. And the advent of like wearing green on St. Patrick's Day came from shamrocks, clovers.
Shamrock shakes.
Yeah, shamrock shakes from McDonald's. But it came from clovers that St. Patrick used to use to explain the Holy Trinity to Irish Christians, because it's like 3-leaf clovers. Yeah, the Holy Trinity, and so that's why there's green on the day.
What about the pinching?
Pinching, I don't know where people just started doing that.
Oh, okay.
There's not like a reason for it. They're just like, wearing green.
Mm-hmm.
They're pinching. Anyway, what's next?
It's corned beef and cabbage day.
Happy corned beef and cabbage day.
Corned beef is a salt-cured beef product in the traditional Irish corned beef and cabbage recipes. Salt pork or bacon joint was used instead of corned beef. Sometime in the mid-1800s, when the Irish immigrated to America, they found that Jewish corned beef was very similar to textured bacon joint. It was then that corned beef was used as a replacement for the bacon when preparing corned beef and cabbage meals. Soon after, Irish Americans began having corned beef and cabbage on St. Patrick's Day.
Huh, that's interesting. I didn't know that corned beef wasn't like an Irish thing. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like corned beef and cabbage. My dad would make it like all the time around this time of year.
I never had corned beef until I met you.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Corned beef is very good. I'm a big fan of corned beef.
Me
It's
too.
one of my favorite meats.
Make me some.
Okay. I'll have to salt cure some.
And cabbage.
Yep. I'll have to cure it myself. We'll move on to Sunday, the 18th. It's Goddess of Fertility Day.
Happy Goddess of Fertility Day.
Yeah, it's a day to celebrate all the goddesses of fertility, you know, Aphrodite, all those ones.
All those pals.
Celebrate them.
Okay.
What's next?
It's Forgive Mom and Dad Day.
Happy Forgive Mom and Dad Day.
It's a Wildcat holiday.
Blah.
Hate your parents.
Oh, I hate you, Mom and Dad. I'm never gonna forgive you.
Especially not on this day.
Especially if your parents are fucking trying to sell herbs online.
It'd be Belarusian.
Wellcat.com. Oh no, I was doing like a Wellcat.
I know, I realize that.
If your parents are Belarusian, don't forgive them. We love our Belarusian fans.
Okay.
It's also National Anthem and Flag Day in Aruba.
Happy National Anthem and Flag Day, Aruba.
Yeah, look up that Arubian flag.
Oh.
It's a nice one. Their flag was officially adopted on March 18th, 1976. Also, their national anthem was adopted on that day. Their national anthem is called Aruba Dushi Terra.
Sing it for me.
Aruba Dushi. I don't know the lyrics. I looked them up earlier today, but they weren't really interesting enough to talk about.
Oh.
They were just kind of like, Aruba's great. We love it. It's, you know, like America's one. Yeah, the flag consists of a red star with a white outline set against a sea blue background with two parallel yellow stripes. The star represents the 4 points of the compass, which denotes the varied source of more than 40 nationalities living in Aruba. The red color of the star symbolizes love of their country, and the white outline represents the white sandy beaches of Aruba, and the blue denotes the color of the sea because, you know, it's like an island. And then the two yellow stripes indicate the free position of Aruba with respect to the Netherlands and other islands while maintaining a close relationship with them.
Nice.
Yeah, so I think it's a nice flag.
Yeah, I like it.
I like the representation of them, like, we're an island, get it? Because, like, blue.
Get it?
And I like how their flag is, like, literally like an island.
Uh-huh.
It's nice.
It's a good flag.
Anyway, what's next?
It's National Lacy Oatmeal Cookie Day.
Happy National Lacy Oatmeal Cookie Day.
It's just an oatmeal cookie.
Why is it lacy?
I don't know.
Huh.
I couldn't figure it out.
That's strange. Okay. Anyway, it's also National Awkward Moments Day.
Happy National Awkward Moments Day.
Oh, I didn't look this one up.
Oh, this is an awkward moment.
Let's just celebrate awkward moments today.
Okay.
What's next?
It's National Sloppy Joe Day.
Happy National Sloppy Joe Day.
Sloppy Joe is made with ground beef, onions, tomato sauce, brown sugar, cola, or maple syrup to sweeten it, and seasonings to spice it, all served on a hamburger bun or roll.
Do you know why it's called a Sloppy Joe?
Because it's sloppy?
No, but I mean like the Joe part.
Oh. Why is it called a Sloppy Joe?
No, I'm not. It's not. I'm like asking you.
Oh, I thought
I realized I said it like I was like setting up a joke or something, but I don't know. Cause like they also like, you know, maybe it's just cause it's like a name people use to just like give a name to things. Cause like people are always like, oh, give me a cup of Joe or like average Joe. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just like a name. So I feel like that's probably it. But also maybe there's some guy named Joe who made it.
Well, according to the first results on Google, it is named Joe.
Yep.
Because where'd it go?
Oh dear.
According to legend, a cook named Joe at Floyd Angel's Cafe in Sioux City, Iowa, added tomato sauce to his loose meat sandwiches.
Loose meat sandwiches.
And the Sloppy Joe was born.
Huh. Thanks, Joe from Sioux City.
Like, yeah.
I'm so glad he added that to his loose meat sandwiches. That doesn't sound fun. Just like a bunch of ground beef on a bun.
Maybe
Good job,
I'm
Joe.
sure there was other stuff in it.
Yeah, it was also probably like not exactly ground beef. Maybe it was like chopped beef or something.
Why are you hating on him?
It's fine.
Joe.
I'm fine. Sorry, Joe.
It's just a little sloppy.
Anyway, it's also National Biodiesel Day.
Happy National Biodiesel Day.
Yeah, it's the birthday of Rudolf Diesel. He was the inventor.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. He was the inventor of the diesel engine, and he unveiled it at the World Fair in 1900. And it was originally designed to run on peanut oil. And he wanted vegetable oils to run the engines and everything like that. And so that's essentially what biodiesel is. It's a clean burning, like petroleum-free alternative to diesel that can be made with animal fat, vegetable oil, recycled cooking oil, a bunch of different oils. And so they want to make, fuel as green as possible.
Nice.
Yeah. What's next?
It is Supreme Sacrifice Day.
Happy Supreme Sacrifice Day.
People make sacrifices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, God.
Oh, yes.
You died.
God didn't die. Jesus died.
Are they the same?
I never got that.
I don't know.
Like, I never understood that. I guess, but also maybe.
They're the same, but
like,
also it's the son, but also they're the same.
Like, was he? Because, like, he talked to God, didn't he?
It's not. He's talking to himself. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
This ain't a religious podcast.
I mean, it kind of is.
I mean, a little bit.
Talk about religion all the time on it, because there's so many religious holidays.
But people make sacrifices, so, appreciate them.
And thank you, guys, for sacrificing yourself.
Yes.
It's also the Long Tai Tao Festival in China.
Happy Long Tai Tao Festival, China.
Yeah, the festival is a reflection of the ancient agrarian Chinese culture. In traditional Chinese culture, dragons are believed to be the kings of all creatures. And so it's believed they're in charge of, all the weather and seasons and everything. So today is a day to have the dragons bless you with rains so you can, start your agriculture, start growing things in the spring. And the name of the day literally is like, probably not literally, but roughly translates to dragon rising its head. So Long Tai Tao, it means dragon rising its head. So he's like bringing his head up and bringing those rains down. To celebrate it, people will do different things. They'll like eat pancakes, Chinese pancakes, and eat noodles. There will be perfume bags filled with powder of ground fragrant herbs, and they're made to be carried by women and children for good fortune. But they used to be used as like insect repellent, but now they're just kind of like, they smell good. So that's what they do. There are also like a few other like ancient traditions as well, where like women, these ones aren't really practiced anymore, but like women weren't supposed to like sew on the day because the needles could puncture the eyes of the dragon.
Oh.
And then also plant ashes were sometimes spread around their houses and like outside the houses just to show the dragon like, hey, these plants are dead. Maybe you should bring some rains. Grow some more plants, idiot.
That's great.
Yeah. So that's it. We'll move on to Monday the 19th. Wait, do you have something else on this day?
No.
Okay, Monday the 19th. What do you got?
I got National Chocolate Caramel Day.
Happy National Chocolate Caramel Day.
Great some.
No.
No.
It is also Father's Day in Bolivia.
Happy Father's Day, Bolivia.
Yeah, thanks, Poppy. It's mostly celebrated on this day because of another holiday, St. Joseph's Day.
Oh, I wonder whose daddy that was.
Yeah, which you're gonna talk about in a little bit. But yeah, this is Jesus' daddy.
I can just talk about that now.
Yeah, you can talk about it now. That's it. That's why they celebrate Father's Day on this day.
St. Joseph Day.
Happy St. Joseph's Day.
Is the feast of St. Joseph is in Western Christianity. The principal feast day of St. Joseph, husband of the Blessed Virgin Mary. He is the foster father of Jesus Christ.
Because God is his father, or himself is his father.
God, he's his own daddy.
Not quite sure.
Yeah.
And it's also Father's Day in Honduras.
Happy Father's Day, Honduras.
For the same reason.
Nice.
It's St. Joseph's Day. What else we got?
It's Poultry Day.
Happy Poultry Day.
Go eat some chicken.
Nom, nom.
Nom, nom.
Nom, nom. And then the last holiday of this week is National Certified Nurses Day.
Happy National Certified Nurses Day.
It's to celebrate all those nurses out there. It's on this day to honor the birthday of late Margareta Maiden Stiles, and she was a pioneer in nursing certification.
Good job.
So let's go celebrate all those nurses out there.
Y'all are nurses.
Yeah, thank you very much for being a nurse. Thank you for being a nurse. Get it? It's like the Golden Girls theme song, but about nurses.
I've never seen Golden Girls.
Oh, really? I feel like I haven't really seen a lot of it either. I just know the theme song.
I don't know the theme song.
Thank you for being a nurse. See?
Oh, it's a theme song?
Yep. It's all about nurses.
The Golden Girls are nurses, right?
Yep.
Nice.
No, it's about women from... I don't know. I was gonna make a joke like they're made of gold, but I couldn't think of anything.
Oh.
Like maybe they're from like a planet, and they're gold. Golden
From
girls.
the Golden Planet.
They're the parents of Oscar. Get it? Like the Oscars. 'Cause he's gold.
I get it. Oh, my uncle.
Anyway, that's the end of the podcast. If you'll follow us on all any social media you got, you can probably follow us there. If you want, you can send in. You can rate us on Apple Podcasts. Give us a nice review.
10 out of 10.
10 out. Well, it's 5 stars. So
5 out of 10.
Yep. Well, nope, that's bad.
5 out of 5.
There we go.
10 out of 5.
No. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You could also subscribe to us on YouTube. Whatever you want to do. Our anniversary, the podcast anniversary, is coming up soon. So I don't know if you want to suggest something that we do for the 1 year anniversary episode. You can send us an email at oneholidayatatime@gmail.com, or you can message us on the Facebook page or Twitter, whatever you want. If you have any suggestions for what you want us to do on that show, or if you want to send in questions for us to answer on the anniversary, you can do that too.
Yeah.
Whatever, we'll do whatever. We have no idea. So come on, give us what you want. We want to do what the people want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it, right? Is that it?
That's all.
Thank you very much for listening.
Oh, them's the days.
And them's the days.